Ancient Rome is famous for many things, including gigantic spectacles like gladiatorial shows and chariot racing. But who owned those chariot racing teams? Well, really there are two answers to this question, separated by a date that we're not actually certain of. In the beginning, during the Roman monarchy and the early republic, teams of chariots were owned by wealthy individuals, and I suppose that's not all that surprising now, is it? After all, to do chariot racing, what do you need? Well, a chariot, obviously, but you also need probably at least one team of horses, a charioteer, probably something like an ancient version of a pit crew to do repairs, change out the horses. You probably need a trainer, all of which costs money. But by the time of the Second Punic War, so about 218 to 201 BC, we don't really have concrete data here, there seems to be a change in ownership. Chariot racing had become a big deal in Roman society by this time, and the Romans wanted more of it. So they needed more teams, but individual people couldn't field them in the numbers required. So a new way of doing things came along. This new way of doing things were collective organizations called factiones. For ease of analogy, let's think of them as corporations, even though that's maybe not entirely correct. Basically, these were groups of people pooling their money to own, well, pretty much everything having to do with chariot racing. They own the stables, the horses, the chariots, the equipment, etc. I don't know if the actual charioteers had contracts like modern athletes. It would make sense that they did, but that's just speculation on my end, and I'm happy to be corrected on it. Now, these factiones were generally, not always, but generally, made up not of the senatorial class in Roman society, but of the equites. The name, although it originally denoted those who served in the cavalry, by the time of the late Republic and early Empire, had really just come to denote a wealthy segment of society who were beneath the senatorial class. By the time of the Roman imperial period, with the development of the Pax Romana and the resources of an entire empire to draw on, the factiones had morphed into gigantic business conglomerates with offices, training facilities, talent scouts, and agents in major cities all across the Roman Empire, from Rome, obviously, to Alexandria, to Antioch, and eventually in Constantinople. And, as befitted such gigantic business interests, they had poster boys and icons just like in the modern day. In ancient Rome, charioteers and jockeys were just as famous as gladiators. So in a nutshell, there you have it. For more information and reading, I would highly recommend you check out the bibliography I have included in the description. And as always, thanks for watching guys, take care, and I will see you all next time.